Recon Breaking Point. I've had this video ready to react to for so long, chat. I don't know if you guys give a single fuck about Ghost Recon Breakpoint, but I kind of do because I loved the other Ghost Recon game. And I think I bought this game when it was on sale for like $8. The Wolf Among Us was amazing because it was original. So yeah, exactly.
Beardo is back. Beardo is back.
Bro, what the fuck?
Hello, my friends, and welcome. My friends, welcome back to the Review Den. But more than that, welcome to the world 2.0. Or at least that's how SpaceX, Scale Technology sees it. Yes, we've covered Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Is it good?
So it's on to the sequel, Breakpoint. Not only does this game have a pretty cool story to it, but the story behind the game and its launch is interesting as well. It's pretty much a masterclass in how not to launch a game. But after years of reworks, updates, and patches, it's a very different beast. One that I think is an overlooked gem. It's not old enough for a retrospective, so I guess I'll be looking at it through the lens of gamers who may have brushed it off initially, with good reason. Also, is it worth the sale we usually see it on? And how does it compare to Wildlands? Which I know I'm in the minority here, but I actually liked this better. Let's just get into it. Breakpoint's launch was what happens when a publisher latches onto trends without considering the developers or the product. Ghost Recon Wildlands took the series into a freeform open world, and while I may have had some complaints with it, it's gone on to be very well received over the years, with the sales to match. A follow-up in the same vein seems like a slam dunk, right? Well, unfortunately, some little things like Fortnite and games as a service were all the rage at the time, so Ubisoft decided to shoehorn some of these elements into what had been a solid formula. Not only was the game online only, your teammates were online only as well. Yeah, the series about managing a fire team now either forced you to play with total strangers or have 3 friends with the game, which just conveniently meant Ubisoft would get 4 sales instead of just 1. Sneaky. On top of that, all the skill and tactics went out the window as the game brought the equipment grind over from The Division 2.
No.
In short, every weapon or piece of kit had a level attached to it, and if you entered an area with higher level enemies, your weapons will be useless, while the enemy could one-shot you like it's nothing. And it had no correlation to the equipment itself.
Sorry, sleep well, gangsta. Have a great day tomorrow. Appreciate you. Also, this is fucking crazy, bro. So that you had to be online? Ugh. Ew, that's disgusting, bro. You know what I want to make a retrospective on? I don't know if it could even be like in the time period for retrospective, but it probably is at this point. Mercenaries 2. That was my favorite game as a kid. It's the only game I've ever 100%ed.
An early game AK-47 would have the exact same stats as one found at the end, but if its level was too low, you're SOL. Gamers were understandably miffed. Not even a bunch of live-action ads with Lil Wayne could save it. But, to their credit, Ubisoft committed to a game plan to fix Breakpoint, and what we have 3 years later, what I jumped into, is this. You have a full roster of AI teammates, equipment levels can be turned off, many aspects of the game's futuristic drone enemies can be adjusted or removed, bugs are fixed, and a bevy of free content has been added. It still has the futuristic story, which some don't like, but stick with me here, this is a cool game in its own right. Breakpoint sends you back into an open world, this time the fictional island of Aroa, bought by tech billionaire Jace Skell. Sort of a Richard Branson, Elon Musk stand-in. And they're using it to develop, well, the future.
Mocha, I haven't watched it yet, actually. I've been waiting. I want to do like a full reaction. We did the Xbox showcase the other day, and that shit was like 3 hours of just me yapping about games and shit. So I'm expecting the same with the Ubisoft event. I gotta figure out whenever I want to react to that.
Of the world 2.0. Fully integrated.
What did you think of it, though?
Fully automated, and of course, fully sustainable. What could possibly go wrong? Supposedly, there's a real-life story of a bunch of tech heads asking a think tank what they could do to ensure their security stay loyal if things collapse. And whether or not that's true, it's essentially the story of Breakpoint. Sentinel Security is brought in to protect Skell after an attack on one of his facilities, and seeing the potential of a bunch of armored murder bots, they take them for themselves. So the ghosts are sent in and have to work with the locals to take back the island, which just might involve facing off against an old friend. Hey, it's John Barenthal. Now, many players complain about the drone-heavy combat, but it is pretty fitting in the context of the story, and to be fair, the enemy soldiers are much easier this time, especially if you dump points into stealth perks, so they are kind of necessary to balance things out. Sentinel soldiers are pretty oblivious until you're right up close, but once drones enter the fray, there's simply no doing things quiet. Armored rovers can absorb a lot of shots, and you'll need to aim for weak points to stun them. Air forces can harass you if you don't take them quickly, while overhead reconnaissance can call in elite squads, the Wolves. Hey, it's John Barenthal. If you don't take cover quickly. You can avoid detection by going into prone cover, which, just as a side note, I thought was really cool. It's a great way to ambush enemies, too.
Hey, get off him!
No, he's got an injury, see?
You can tailor the difficulty to your liking, including injuries and limiting your health recovery, but overall you are a bit more tanky than Wildlands. From a tactical standpoint, there's still good stealth gameplay, though. Even if an outpost has rovers, you'll want to clear out human enemies as quietly as possible. Reinforcements can...
That's fair, though, Mocha. I think let's see. Yeah, Assassin's Creed and then the Star Wars game. I'm not super hopeful, but I am hopeful for that game. Assassin's Creed, I'm like, this could be a total disappointment. Like, they could let me down atrociously with this. But the Star Wars game, I'm like crossing my fingers. I'm like, please, Ubisoft, please. I know you guys still got some fucking sauce in there somewhere. Somewhere, dude. Odyssey was best. Valhalla was Mocha? What Assassin's Creed game did you start playing the Assassin's Creed series on?
overwhelm you, and you'll have a variety of tools such as EMP grenades and rocket launchers to clean up the bots. The only outliers here are the behemoths. These are usually in the wild, guarding valuable weapons or attachments, and you'll need patience, consumables, and some good strong machine guns to take these down. Speaking of consumables, Breakpoint adds plenty of housekeeping, so just be aware. You'll collect materials to craft items and upgrade weapons, and there are layers of level ups for your character, the different soldier classes and abilities, your teammates.
Mocha, that's fair, dude. Honestly, I played a little bit of it. I haven't gotten back into it. Oh, Black Flag. Okay, cool. I haven't gotten back into it, but the first couple hours I actually enjoyed of the new Assassin's Creed game. I gotta complete it at some point and actually grind through it.
And the like. Different classes have different perks, so you can play to your preference. Assault classes buff your health and control on full auto, while engineers can cloak or hack drones to bomb the enemy with their own units. Aggro, tech, medic, stealth, you can pretty much play how you like. It brings the game more in line with massive online games or RPGs, and while it may not be to everyone's cup of tea, to be fair, even in the very first Ghost Recon you leveled up your soldiers. And the game doesn't withhold anything you need. I was swimming in materials and levels after just a few play sessions, and microtransactions are also totally unnecessary. I can't speak to how things were at launch, but just like Wildlands, most of the stuff is just cosmetics, and you can find all the best guns by exploration.
I'm not gonna lie, I think the way that Far Cry 5, and this could be just me writing Far Cry 5 because I love Far Cry 5. I think that Far Cry 5 did microtransactions best in single player games because it was all just aesthetic shit. It was all aesthetic shit that I'm sure people bought, you know? Oh, chat and Chris, I'm going to sleep. Work in 7 hours. Woo, be safe. Stay sane and don't break the world. Sounds good, Greenish. Have a great day tomorrow and sleep well, homie. Appreciate you as always, dog.
Overall, the gameplay is more arcadey this time, but it's still competent and enjoyable. It's just a little different, and I need to point out that this controls worlds better than Wildlands on console. The thumbsticks all have proper smoothness and acceleration, and the new 60 FPS makes all the difference. This is a joy to play on consoles. Content is updated too. Like Wildlands, you have an enormous open world to clear out, but the process is more adventure-like. In Wildlands, the game loop was always the same. Enter a sector, get a briefing, collect the goodies, kill the baddies, rinse and repeat. But the missions in Breakpoint are multi-staged, and see you crisscrossing the island to complete them. Some reviewers hated the travel time, but the map is so full of side missions and collectibles that you won't get bored if you take the time to explore.
You know what game I want to play on stream? Because I haven't played it in years. Just Cause 3. Yeah, that shit would be fire. Oh my god.
along the way. Nomad gets to be more of a hero character here too. You'll talk to and work with the locals to fend off attacks, help with medical emergencies, build the resistance, and answer the questions of just what happened to Aroa. The only thing missing is the pinboard with the red threads all over it. The main quest is divided between bringing down Sentinel to regain control of the island, and taking down the elite wolves led by John Barenthal. That's it? Yeah, one thing I gotta point out is they made this huge push of hiring a badass actor and even using him in live-action advertising, and yeah, he's in here for like 5 minutes.
No.
The wolves were supposed to be this super dangerous force led by former ghosts, but for gameplay's sake, they're just some guys in raincoats with a better detection range. Well, that's
Yeah, I don't really fuck with microtransactions at all. Yeah, them shits are lame as fuck.
disappointing. The main story can probably be handled in a good 10 hours or so, but clearing the entire map will easily go into the hundreds, and that's before any of the free add-ons, which are a ton. I'll cover those after. And Breakpoint is a nice looking and great sounding game. Aroa is heavily based on New Zealand, so it doesn't have quite the range of environments of Bolivia, but there are still plenty of temperate biodomes, including forests, beaches, plains, and mountains. Vegetation is lush and sweeps nicely in the wind, draw distance is great, and the ground reacts to and sticks to your character realistically. Animations are new and a lot smoother now. Movements flow into each other without the jankiness we saw before, and vehicle destruction is worlds better. None of the toys bouncing off of buildings this time.
Those roadblocks, they weren't built to keep people out. They were built to keep people in.
What does that mean?
It means you should be prepared.
For what?
Prepared to decide if this homestead is worth your...
Sound is improved as well. Gunshots and explosions are much more punchy and cinematic, and Nomad's new voice actor, Alex Mallory Jr., stands out a heck of a lot more than the guy in Wildlands. Sorry, bud. The futuristic architecture stands out in that lightweight 3D printed origami style that's all the rage, and contrasts nicely against the abandoned Cold War bunkers dotted throughout the island. Yeah, the devs added a bunch of backstory, including Spanish forts, native monuments, and the like. So even if it's a fictional location, it feels legit enough. The old and new of the island come together nicely and make for clever visual storytelling. And again, I can't emphasize how nice the frame rate boost is for us console players. PS5 and Xbox Series fidelity updates are available and look great. Now, like any good modern AAA title, Breakpoint has add-on episodes, but before you roll your eyes, it's worth noting that not only is most of it free, but honestly, I think the free content is better than the paid. Whether this was to make up for the disappointing launch or it accidentally worked out that way, I can't say, but it works out better for us, so let's cover it. First up is Golem Island. This island, or Project Titan, was added post-launch to act as a hub for raid bosses, but it winds up having plenty of solo play, and honestly, it's just way cooler than it has any right to be. Golem is situated around an active volcano and includes jungle sections, igneous rock, an ash and hellscape downwind, and a massive lava wall facility to harness the gas and thermals. Wolves and advanced drones dot the island, and all of the soldier classes require play on Golem to overlevel from 10 to 20, which unlocks bonus weapons and outfits. Honestly, I wish they based more of the game around here. This is a far more badass location to set a shooter, or actually any game. A turbo volcano! Next in the free updates was Resistance, though this is kind of the weak one of the group. Resistance offers a few more missions working with former Skell employees to harass Sentinel forces. The only problem here is there's literally only 2 mission types: freeing prisoners from bases and destroying convoys. It winds up being super short, and the Resistance faction was always the more cringy and unlikable of the main game, but you can't argue with free content, and you get a free airstrike designator at the end of it.
Ooh.
Nomad, are you okay?
Now, Amber Ruin is cool and tense. Here, Sentinel has tested a toxin across Aroa and is planning to sell to the
war crimes. But yo, Mocha, I'm all ears, by the way, for the suggestion.
Highest bidder. Anytime you're in a toxic area, you have to use a gas mask, and depending on your activity, these can deplete quickly. You can swap filters at dispensers, but the missions here are long and focused
BO2 zombies for sure.
heavily on stealth and sabotage, meaning you often can't break away to resupply without blowing the mission. Having to wait out heavy patrols with rapidly depleting filters makes for some great atmosphere. Got some Stalker and Metro vibes. Complete Amber Ruin for an underbarrel shotgun attachment, though pro tip, you might want to wait on this
Pro tip. Hey, yo. Yo, Comico, what's up, homie? How's it going? How have you been?
episode until you unlock active camo, which is featured in Conquest or Operation Motherland. This mode is for all those who prefer the game loop in Wildlands. Russian elite forces, the Bodarks, werewolves and wolves, I'm sensing a theme here, have landed on Aroa and are trying to take it for themselves. This is your chance for a second run through the island, only here it's sector by sector.
A second.
Weakening defense forces so you can eventually make a run on the local lieutenant. Ooh, hey, it's Silence of the Lambs. Clear the main island to face the Bodark's benefactor on Golem Island, which is a great excuse to visit there again. Seriously, this place is so cool. During Conquest, you are given a basic active camouflage with the chance to upgrade it through your run. The only downside to all of this is that it's handled by Agent Bowman, back from Wildlands, which means the first Wildlands ending, the bad ending, which I'm sorry, that was so the good ending, fight me, isn't canon.
I'm sorry.
Shall Weaver.
Sorry, Ethan.
And lastly, it's worth mentioning that there was
Sorry,
a cool
Ethan.
Terminator crossover event. In fact, it was probably better than the movie, where you would get T-800s dropping into the game world and you'd have to fight them off. But they didn't get the rights to Arnold's likeness, so it would be just a bunch of generic dudes walking around in black leather and sunglasses. It was still supposed to be pretty cool, but because those kind of licenses probably cost a ton, it was taken down before I got to try it, which
I've been great. Hell yeah, bro.
means
Oh my god. Oh my god, Valen. Oh my god. I'm gonna kiss you on your hot mouth. I swear to God. Valen spanks us. Yo. Hello, stupid idiot. Hello, Valen. Hello, sexy Valen. My bad, dude. Welcome in, Raiders. My name's Chrissy Pizzy. I hope you all enjoy your stay. We're doing some reacts right now, but in a few, we're going to turn up to some indie horror games, and you guys can all watch me piss myself. Valen, how was the stream? Welcome in. Again, Raiders, thank you all so fucking much for coming through here. Hope you all enjoy your stay. Oh my God. Double raid. Double raid. Get it, games. What's up, bro? Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid, bro. Sorry, I'm on fucking cooldown for giving shout outs. Yeah, we planned that actually. Oh yeah? Did you guys? Were you guys playing It Takes Two? Were you guys playing it together? You're like, oh my god, we should raid Chris because he has that sexy beard. Valen was like, yeah, I call him Beard Daddy. No. Oh, for real. You guys weren't inside each other's butts while doing this? Yo, what if instead of Watch Valen, it was Watch Freak? And it was just a freaky stream 24/7. Did you miss me, Beard Daddy? Valen, yes. I was really thinking about you earlier. I was like, yo, I gotta hit up Valen. See what he up to right now, though. For real, I haven't seen him in a minute. Watch Freak. Hashtag Watch Freak, dude. All right, let's see if the shout-out command works. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Okay? Your boy might have hit the pendulum, okay? So I apologize if I'm acting more stupid than usual. Yet to hit me up? What are you talking about, Valen? I literally texted you the other day and you left me on red. Legendary narrator, what's up, homie? How's it going? Welcome into the stream from the Valen raid. Appreciate you coming through. Cap? Let's just say I'm not going to be the only thing busting in you, Valen, if you keep up these lies, okay? Cap is also going to be busting in your ass, okay? Yeah, I said it. What can I say, dude? Huh? What can I say? Pause? What if instead of Christian GG92, it was Freak GG92? That's what it is already. Okay? We talk about freaky shit 24/7. Did you not just hear what came out of my mouth a second ago? Pause. Chat, go follow Get It Games. If you guys haven't already, follow Get It Games and follow Watch Valen. They're both Beautiful, beautiful men that are funny. I said it. Okay, let me continue with this video essay so that we can get into indie games. I'm gonna fuck your throat so you never raise your tone with me again. Joke's on you. I got a fucking big, long throat, dude. You know those big pills that they be giving you? Like that big? I don't even care, dude. I swallow those things right down. I don't need to split them in half or anything. Might invite Broski to the Diddy party? No, we're not diddling and doodling with Diddy, buddy, okay? Let's test it out. Okay.
I didn't. There, good content. So, aside from that last bit, is Ghost Recon Breakpoint worth it? Look, I know I'm in the minority, but I liked it. I think it's a hidden gem. Don't get me wrong, I love the old Red Storm games.
That's
but my
hard,
big complaint
Valen.
with Wildlands was that it couldn't decide if it was a tactical shooter or GTA. And yes, I've seen your comments and read the retrospectives. Crank the difficulty and turn up the immersion, or heck, add some of those cool first-person body cam mods, and Wildlands can become a tactical experience. Seriously, the modding community has given that game serious legs. Kudos. But to me, it still feels like a bit of a mishmash, while Breakpoint commits to its style, which I like. If you enjoy more of an adventure-style shooter, I think it's a great deal for the sale, and you get a lot of content here. I liked seeing Nomad as more of a hero type rather than just a cutout soldier, while still being a professional badass. I think the reaction to the drones was a bit outsized compared to just how much you actually face
After
them in the
Siege.
game. Yeah, it goes sci-fi, but it does so by presenting you as a fish out of water. It's not like both sides are hurling laser bombs at each other. Aroa is a great environment with tons to do and explore, and the gameplay is smooth
Aroa does dick in your mouth? You ever thought about that, chat?
as silk. Just beware that this is an online tied game, even in solo, which means that when the servers click off, so does Breakpoint. And that's a shame. But what are your thoughts? Am I fighting a losing battle here? Or are there any out there who also enjoyed the game or might be interested? Please leave your opinions below. I'm old school with social media, and I don't mind if you say, John, that's a stupid take. Or hey, I'm glad you enjoyed. Maybe it's worth a look. I'll cover the paid DLC, episodes 2 and 3, in another video, as I just wanted to cover the main game, the main purchase here. And, as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next time, and no matter what, be sure to keep going, because you are worth it.
Aw, what a nice guy. Oh, that's fire. Yeah, that's fire. Oh, dude, he's a little fox. He's a little fox. Yo. I've said the same things as well. I absolutely love Breakpoint. I've re-downloaded Wildlands just to play for old time's sake and just found it so clunky to get back into. I'm definitely in the minority with you. Oh, wow. Okay, we're about to get a book here. Wait, how long is this? Okay. I'm a disabled U.S. Army infantry veteran, and I've been playing games for about 37 years. Holy fuck, bro. That's like almost double my age. And for me, I agree with you completely. As far as detail and gameplay, if you want a more tactical game, just crank up the Ghost experience they provided now with no HUD, and put the AI on extreme. Not absolutely realistic, mind you, but still a crap ton better than most games out there. As for the game itself, forget all the bull crap that was said and stop trying to pick apart every detail, and I promise you will just have fun with the game, and that's what it's about, right? Some of my old buds will get in here and run it like we did in real life, and other times we go in John Rambo style and just shoot stuff for the giggles. If you are a tactical shooter fan of any type, this games is well worth it. And you, sir, make a damn good video. 1+ sub. Oh, that's wholesome. Lurk while I jerk? Yo, that's fire. Mocha. Sleep well. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging. You're a fucking real one. Some of my greatest memories in gaming are the countless hours me and my friends spent in Wildlands. It's easily one of my favorite games because of it. So naturally, me and my closest friend were extremely excited for Breakpoint. Sadly, I missed its closed beta due to a leadership school I went to over the summer, but what I heard had worried me. The game launched, me and my friend played it, but didn't recommend it to the rest of our group. Though we stuck by the game, waiting for every update and putting hours in. Once we saw things turning around, we started recommending it and were absolutely excited for Operation Motherland. Due to the game mode, we spent more countless hours having a blast and creating more memories. I still prefer Wildlands, though I will admit prefer the movement and gameplay of Breaking Point. Okay, he meant I, not A. Dude, fuck yeah, I'm gonna have to give this shit a try. I really did like Wildlands. I didn't complete it, but I just remember whenever, I'm trying to think, that had been 2017 maybe, 2018 maybe. I played the shit out of that game, bro. For like a couple of months, and then I got out of it, and then I just like lost all the vibe with it. But yeah, dude, that shit I gotta tap in on. I also want to tap in with Just Cause.